Hey y'all, it's your girl Chrissy Too Real, and I'm back with another video. Y'all know I have to top off my wine, but y'all know I had this nasty wine. But guess what? One of the subscribers, you viewers, one of my lovely friends on the internet told me what to do. She told me to take a popsicle, take the popsicle juice. One person told me to take that and put that in there. It'd be like a wine cooler. And then another person told me to put lemonade and ginger ale or 7-Up along with some ice in the wine. And baby, I can't even taste that underarm juice no more. Baby, look at that. I really shout out to y'all, both of y'all. The recipes were delicious. But this one is wine. Excuse me, I've been drinking mimosas all morning too with that Prosecco. So honey, I might be a little drunker than usual. And I got a shrimp bag, crab oil ready for me when I get up out of here. But anyway, let's get into the story time. This, you know, I have to put on a wig so y'all can take me seriously, honey, because I want y'all to really take these stories seriously, because they did have me scared and messed up in life for a little while, and I'm still scared, but I love watching scary movies. But these are true stories, and this really happened to me. So let's get this party started, girl. Let me put on my wig so y'all can really take this story seriously, honey. They are true stories, even though I am silly as hell. And it's hard for me to tell a story, girl. Sometimes it's hard for y'all to take me seriously, girl. And I don't know why. Oh, my ponytail's too low. Let's bring her up. I mean, these be serious stories, and y'all trying to not take me seriously. All right. Oh, child. Let's get this party started. For some of y'all who've been following me for a long time, you know that I used to be a CNA. I used to be a little hood nurse, honey. You know, not saying that CNAs are hood, but I was a little on the ratchet side, honey. I only had one patient, and this story time is gonna tell you he passed away, but baby, he came back to say his last piece, honey. And I never went back to that job, y'all, ever since this story. I never went back to that job because, baby, I was too terrified. But anyway, I happen to be a CNA for my aunt's company. Y'all did me right with that little wine cooler recipe, honey. That lemonade and 7-Up or ginger ale and that wine, baby, you did me just right. But anyway, as y'all know, I was a CNA for a while, and I had one patient, honey. It was for this rich white couple. They were lovely people, saying, but he was dying or whatever. But he lasted a good, like, I was there for like a year and a half or whatever. But it was great pay, honey. I stayed the night. I stayed overnight, and I was sleeping in their guest room. But the first night that I ever stayed there, he was like on a gurney. Well, not like a gurney, but you know, the beds. He was on one of those beds, and I slept on the couch, and they had a baby monitor in the back room, but I slept on the couch. But y'all, I had terrible nightmares the first time I stayed the night there. Like, I had a dream that he was walking on broken legs and like coming after. It was horrible. So my aunt was like, sleep in the guest room, because you're sleeping too close to him. Whatever he got going on, you're sleeping too close. So I slept in the guest room, and I never had those bad dreams at all. It was only one time, and I'll get into that. But more to the stories, let's fast forward. My patient ended up passing away, but the day before he passed away, I tried to feed him, and he was like, no, I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. And he was like, I'm gonna be in Mississippi in a couple days. And I was like, you gonna go to Mississippi? He was like, yeah. So I thought he was just talking. So the next day, like the next morning, I was gonna leave, and my aunt was gonna relieve me, and it was gonna be her shift. So I was like, I called him by his name. I said, you ain't gonna wait? I thought he was saying he was gonna die when it hit me. I was like, is he trying to say he gonna die? Because baby, if you die I'ma die too. Because I'm not gonna be in here with your dead body, baby. I'm gonna die. It's gonna be two bodies in here, and our spirits just gonna be fighting demons together, baby. If you die, I'ma die too. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because if I see you dead, I'm gonna be dead. Please, let's not do that. So I said, how about you wait till my auntie get back? Wouldn't you want her to see you before you go? And he said, he thought about it. He said, yeah. So the very next morning, y'all, I left. He was still alive. I left. I drove home. My aunt, she got there and she called me and she was like, he passed away. You know, he left. As soon as I got here, he died. Y'all, and I asked her, I said, where's y'all taking his body? And she was like, we're gonna take him to Mississippi. Baby, that man told me he was gonna go to Mississippi that night. Y'all, I was so terrified and I never went back. And so she was gonna move into another place. I stayed one night, y'all. I went back maybe a week or two later and stayed the night with that lady just to make the money, because it was still good money. And he wasn't there. And normally I won't stay nowhere where somebody passed away and they in there. But y'all, I went there. This is no lie. The phone was ringing. The whole time I worked for her, it was always her on the voicemail. The phone rung. And it was his voice. I picked it up. It said the phone call was coming from inside the house, y'all. I picked up the phone and it was like, I heard his voice and he was like, oh, Kitty Pop, now don't be doing all that. You know I'm scared in here too. What's wrong with her? Whew. I done had too much. This story is sobering me up, baby. I'm scared. Take off one of these ears so I can hear. Baby, so I can hear better. So I can hear you better. Anyway, y'all. The phone rung. It said it was coming from inside the house. So I was like, what the hell? I picked up the phone, y'all. It was his voice. And he was like, hey, call me back. It was like a voicemail or some shit. It was like, it said, call me back. Baby, I slammed that phone. This is no lie, y'all. I did not make the money at all that night because, baby, when she went to bed, I left her ass there. Baby, you are unsupervised. That man want to talk to you. You his wife. Baby, you want to talk to you. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Baby, I dipped on and went back to Atlanta. Baby, I never had a CNA job after that. That was my last job. Never again, baby. I don't care. I'm terrified of dead bodies. I'm terrified of just dead. I don't even want to wake up dead. Because if I wake up dead, I'm going to be scared. You feel me? Hey, hey, hey. Whew. Anyway, and another thing about that, my grandmother passed away when I was working for these people. And the day I went back to work, I went to the side of his bed and I was like trying to help him, and he was like, hey, who's that lady besides you? And he went to like telling me what the lady looked like, and he was describing my grandmother to a T. Baby, I was so terrified. And one day he was laying in the bed and I was listening to church music or something at that time on my phone, and I had my headphones, and I went in there to tuck him in, like fix his bed linens and stuff, and he was like, no. And he was like, why? And I said, who are you talking to? He was like, I'm talking to the shadow man or the man. And I was asking him why he don't want me talking to you. Baby, all right, you know what? I got to go. Y'all, when I left and went back home to Atlanta, I had the worst, terrifying, I'm going to call it a dream, because most people think you crazy when you say stuff like this. But y'all, I was in the bed and I woke up. My room was icy cold, y'all. Oh, it's getting, ooh, girl, my eyes getting water because it's so damn terrifying. But y'all, I woke up in the bed and the room was icy cold, and I felt like I could not move because it was so freezing in there. And then it was like a dark shadow figure just running around my bed, laughing, y'all, laughing. And I was so scared, and I just started praying, and I was terrified, y'all, and it was just laughing, and I could not speak. And when I finally could speak and I said like Jesus or whatever, like all my prayers, girl, all the strength I had, it just poof, he went away. And girl, when I tell you, when them feet hit the floor, I ran to at that time I was living, me and my cousin was living together, we was roommates. I ran to her room I turned my back to her door and went to kicking it, and she just opened the door and I fell in. Baby, she ain't asked no questions. I got in that bed, and baby, that had me effed up, y'all. I was scared to go to sleep for days. Like, oh my God, I'm real spiritual and stuff now. You know, I like candles. I have my book of Psalms. Like, I'm real spiritual now, and that helped me because, y'all, I used to be going through the gigs, honey. That had me so damn terrified. I'm telling you, y'all, it's bringing tears to my eyes just thinking about that shit. Like, it was only one other incident in their flat that happened. Like, I woke up and it was a little girl beside the bed. It was a white little girl. She had curls in her hair, and she looked at me and she said, "No, no, no." Baby, I was scared as hell. When I tell you I was scared as hell, and I told my aunt, I was like, man, I was just, and now I try to think of it like as these were just dreams, because that shit had me so damn scared, y'all. Like, I watch a lot of scary shit, and I'm a very scary ass person, but when it comes to shit like that, I'm not into that type of fuckery, honey. Ooh, excuse my cussing, excuse me, but baby, I am a jokey person and stuff, but y'all, these incidents had me so terrified for so long, because it was just like when you try to tell a person and they be like you don't want them to think you crazy. Like, I just feel like that was just crazy. Like, that was just, ooh, it just made me feel uneasy when I go back and think about it. But another incident that happened in my life was when my brother, I had a dream that I was walking in somebody's house. Like, it was so real, y'all. I was walking in their house, and it was a family, and they was preparing a funeral. And I was walking in their house, and people was just crying. And, you know, you could tell it was food on the table. Like, people had brought food over, and you could tell that this was somebody's family house that had passed away. But I couldn't put my finger on where I was. But it was an overwhelming, like, I was crying. I woke up boohoo crying. It was, like, very overwhelming. Like, even think about it now, it made me real emotional. But anyway, it was so overwhelming, y'all. So I woke up. My brother was supposed to come to Atlanta and meet me that very next morning. So I woke up and I was boohoo crying, and I was like, whoa, that was like a crazy out of body experience. Like, I was literally in them folks' house. It just felt so real to me. And so I called my mom. I was like, he didn't show up. Where he at? Him and his friend was supposed to show up. And she was like, he said he going to a party tonight. And I was like, no, you need to tell him do not go to that party. Like, seriously, I spooked my brother so bad that he stayed home, but his friend went. His friend died, y'all. He got shot at that party and died. And to this day, I just think that was me at them folks' house. Like, I don't know what the inside of them people's house but looked like, but I just saw a family mourning over somebody, and it was just so realistic. And y'all, to this day, I could call my mom right now and we still get chills about that. Like, y'all, it is so crazy. Like, but for some reason, now that I think that I'm more spiritual and stuff, I don't get them type of dreams and stuff no more. Like, I used to get those dreams when I was more terrified of stuff. And I'm still scared of stuff now, but now I would have thought it would have been more now, that since I'm more open to stuff. But baby, back then I was terrified and that stuff, but maybe it just needed me to warn my brother. Maybe it just had to happen. Like, not saying that somebody else had to lose their life. I wish his friend wouldn't have went neither. I wish, but you know, I don't know if that would have still happened or what, or if it would have been my brother, if he would have went. I don't know. I just know I told him not to go, and I was so spooked, y'all. Ooh, girl, I'm getting scared. Come here, Kitty Pop, hold me. I'm about to get my man to come in here and hold me, because baby, I'm trying to think of what else has happened in my life that just done spooked me to damn death. Y'all, one time I got really, really sick when I was younger, and I was in high school, and I could not walk, or that's a whole nother story. I couldn't walk or bathe myself for like 2 months. Like, I was unable to sit up, and y'all, I woke up and it was church ladies like all over the room. Like, I don't know if my mama told the church to come down or what, but baby, they was over the room like splashing holy oil all over the walls. But then I blacked back out again because I was drugged up, baby, because I was sick as hell, y'all. It was something up with my spine because I got a spinal tap and it went left. They used a too big needle. But y'all, it was a hot ass mess. But the only other thing that ever happened to me, it ain't a ghost story, but well, I'm gonna keep that to myself because y'all might think some crazy shit. But anyway, let me just keep that to myself. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I had to get back to drinking my wine. Y'all, let me know about y'all ghost stories. I have one more story, but I'm gonna keep it personal to myself because it's kind of too much, you know. And sometimes I think people that been through maybe a lot in their life, maybe you just, I don't know, y'all. I don't know if you are able to have an open mind and be able to tell me what you think was going on, or was that just a coincidence. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. But baby, I was scared as hell, y'all. I used to be like a very scared person, and a lot of people think you be putting stuff in your mind and you be like, I don't know. But all I can say is that's what I saw. These are my own reality, baby, because you couldn't tell me. You couldn't have told me that that's not what I saw with my own eyes. Like, these things, I was, girl, ooh, like, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Like, when my grandma passed away, I did not go to her funeral. I thought if my grandma passed away, I would just literally die, y'all. That was like my mom. Like, I was so close to my grandma. Like, it was just, I couldn't. But y'all, I wouldn't even go to her funeral. In my mind, I just was like, no. It took me a long time to even accept that my grandma had passed away. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna believe that. She just on a trip, and I just ain't seen her in a while. I said the day that I actually like believe and am ready to accept. I said the day that I really accept that she gone, I'm gonna dream about her. And I said that, and the day that I finally said, you know what? I accept that my grandma gone. I didn't go to her funeral. I didn't see nothing that could tell me that she was actually passed away. So I said, you know what? I finally accepted my grandma gone. I accept it, and that's fine. And if I wouldn't have worked that CNA job, I wouldn't have been able to just let it go. Because when I thought about it, I realized working that CNA job, I would never want to see my grandma in there suffering like that. Like, how I had to watch him suffer and pass away. I wouldn't have wanted that for my grandma. So I'm so glad that she passed away peacefully in her sleep. But y'all, the day I said I accept that she gone, I dreamed about her, and she was holding my hand and she was smiling, and she walked me across the street, and when I looked back, she disappeared. And that let me know that everything was good. I shared that gem with you guys. I know that this was a serious type of video, but it was ghost stories, y'all. Well, I ain't gonna say ghost stories. It was just my experiences that I done had in life. Some of them I still will keep to myself because it was just too traumatic, and I ain't got time to relive that right now. I have to burn some candles and stuff, and then I'll let you know if I could relive that, get prayed up before I relive that nonsense that was in my head. But anyway, y'all, peace and love. Let me know if y'all enjoyed this video and these story time. Sorry this video is so long, but the next story time will be up, and I will be talking about my friend who I tried my best to talk her out of selling her meow on Backpage, but baby, I don't know. I tried to stop her, but she did not want to stop. And I'll tell you how her life went, baby. I tried to stop her, and she thought that her boyfriend, well, I thought it was her boyfriend, but it was actually her pimp, and it was a hot mess. But more peace to her, and I won't say her name, but that will be my next story time if y'all would like to hear it and all the stuff that went down. Peace.